The ocean. Covering over 70% of our planet, it has always been the ultimate domain of power. For centuries, nations that controlled the seas, controlled the world. But today, the warship has transformed. No longer just steel and cannons floating on water, today's warships are floating fortresses. Armed with artificial intelligence, hypersonic missiles, directed energy weapons, and stealth technology so advanced, they can vanish from radar entirely. In this video, we explore the most lethal, most advanced warships ever built by human hands. The question is, are we ready for what comes next? To understand how advanced modern warships are, we first need to understand where they came from. For most of history, naval warfare was simple. Wooden ships, cannonballs, close-range combat. Then came the Industrial Revolution, and everything changed. Iron replaced wood. Steam replaced wind. The battleship was born. By World War I, these steel giants ruled the seas. Weighing over 30,000 tons, armed with guns that could fire shells the size of a car across 20 miles. But World War II exposed their weakness. Aircraft carriers, and the planes they carried, made the battleship obsolete almost overnight. A fleet of warplanes launched from a moving deck could sink a battleship before it ever came within firing range. The lesson was brutal and clear: reach matters more than size. And that lesson has defined naval warfare ever since. Today, modern warships don't just extend their reach across miles, they project power across continents. Let's look at the ships doing exactly that. Meet the USS Zumwalt. On radar, it looks like a small fishing boat. In reality, it is one of the most devastating warships ever constructed. At 610 feet long and displacing nearly 16,000 tons, the Zumwalt-class destroyer is a masterpiece of stealth engineering. Its angular hull, an unconventional tumble-home design, deflects radar signals rather than bouncing them back. The result? A ship this size generates a radar cross-section no larger than a small vessel. But stealth is only the beginning. The Zumwalt runs on an integrated power system, essentially a floating power plant generating 78 megawatts of electricity. That's enough to power an entire city. Why so much power? Because the future weapons being tested on this ship require it. The US Navy has been developing the railgun, a weapon that uses electromagnetic force instead of explosives to launch a projectile at over Mach 6. That's 6 times the speed of sound. At that velocity, the kinetic energy alone is enough to destroy a target without any warhead at all. The Zumwalt is also equipped with the advanced gun system, capable of firing GPS-guided shells up to 63 nautical miles with pinpoint accuracy. This isn't a warship. This is a weapon system disguised as a warship. While America builds in stealth, China builds in scale. Enter the Type 055, NATO codenamed Renhai. Commissioned in 2020 and expanding rapidly, China's Type 055 cruiser is arguably the most powerful surface combatant in the world today. At 12,000 tons displacement, it dwarfs most Western destroyers. It carries 112 vertical launch cells, tubes that can fire a mix of surface-to-air missiles, anti-ship missiles, land attack cruise missiles, and anti-submarine weapons simultaneously. One ship. 112 missiles. For comparison, the U.S. Arleigh Burke destroyer carries 96. The Type 055 is also equipped with a phased array radar system capable of tracking hundreds of targets simultaneously, at sea, in the air, even low orbit. But perhaps most alarming to Western naval analysts, China isn't building just 1 or 2 of these ships. They are mass-producing them. As of today, multiple Type 055s are already operational, with more under construction. The People's Liberation Army Navy is growing faster than any fleet in modern history. The Pacific balance of power is shifting. If China's Type 055 is a dragon, Russia's Admiral Nakhimov is a titan. The Kirov-class battlecruiser, nuclear-powered, nearly 28,000 tons fully loaded. The largest surface combatant warship in the world, by a significant margin. Originally launched during the Cold War, the Nakhimov is undergoing a near-total modernization refit expected to make it even more lethal upon return to service. The upgraded vessel will carry Zircon hypersonic missiles, weapons that travel at Mach 9. At that speed, existing missile defense systems have almost no time to react. The Zircon's flight path is not ballistic, it maneuvers unpredictably through the atmosphere, making interception exponentially more difficult. One Zircon missile. 9 times the speed of sound. Highly maneuverable. The Admiral Nakhimov represents Russia's message to the world: we still have weapons that keep your admirals awake at night. But all of this, the stealth, the missiles, the nuclear power, may soon be overshadowed by something far more revolutionary. Artificial intelligence. The U.S. Navy's Ghost Fleet Overlord program has been quietly developing and testing fully autonomous warships, vessels that can navigate, make tactical decisions, and engage threats with zero human crew aboard. Think about that for a moment. A warship with no sailors. No morale to break. No fear. No hesitation. Meanwhile, directed energy weapons, lasers, are already being deployed. The USS Portland successfully used its solid-state laser system to disable a drone target in live testing. And the technology is advancing rapidly. Future laser systems are projected to reach megawatt power levels, enough to intercept incoming missiles at the speed of light. You cannot outrun light. The combination of AI targeting systems and directed energy weapons may render traditional missile-based warfare obsolete within decades. The warship of the future may not carry a single human being. It may think for itself, hunt for itself, decide for itself. The warship has always been humanity's most powerful symbol of national will projected across the sea. From wooden galleons to nuclear cruisers. From cannons to hypersonic missiles. From human captains to artificial minds. Each generation believed they had built the ultimate warship. Each generation was wrong. Because the most advanced warship ever built is always the next one. The ocean is changing. The weapons are changing. The rules of naval warfare are being rewritten right now, in shipyards in Virginia, in Shanghai, in Severodvinsk. The question that haunts every admiral, every strategist, every nation with a coastline, is not who has the most advanced warship today. It is, who will have it tomorrow. If you want to know more about the weapons and technology shaping the future of modern warfare, subscribe, and stay tuned. Because we are just getting started.